Welcome to Multicultural Community Hour. My name is Jocelyn Gilbert, and today I am sharing the space with Temi. Temi is an international student who's coming from Nigeria, and together we will be talking about our newcomer life and journey. Hi, Temi. Thank you for coming with us and sharing your experience. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Temi. I'm an international student from Nigeria. I'm studying the pre-med program in the University of Winnipeg. I've been here roughly about 2 years. Yeah.
And you are a content creator.
Yes, I am. I'm a content creator and a social media manager. So I create content on my own platforms and then manage other people's social media platforms too.
Oh, interesting. And which it's your main platform?
TikTok. So I do most of my content creating on TikTok. I do some YouTube and Instagram too, but it's mainly TikTok.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you create content before coming to Canada, or you just discovered that here?
So I've always wanted to create content. I tried creating content when I was a bit younger before I came to Canada, but I didn't have the confidence to do it yet. Yeah, so I fully started creating content when I came to Canada. And the reason why I started creating content in Canada is because when I was coming here, I was looking for information about being an international student in Canada, and Winnipeg especially, but I wasn't able to find a lot of information because nobody was creating content. So I decided that I was going to be the voice for the people that are trying to find out information about Canada and studying.
That's beautiful. So what is mostly your content about?
So I try to put emphasis on the lifestyle in Winnipeg and living in Canada as an international student, my day-to-day life. So I'm a lifestyle content creator, so I just vlog, do short, I do some fashion content too, not really, but kind of just putting a spotlight on my life as an international student in Canada.
Wow, that's great. And which opportunities have you found after you started this content creator journey?
It's been wonderful, actually, because when I first started creating content, I wasn't into social media managing, so I didn't used to manage other people's social media accounts. But eventually, I got invited to a couple of events, I met other content creators, and then I learned that I could make money from managing other people's social media accounts. So now I manage accounts for brands all over Winnipeg, like a couple clothing brands, like didnt, to have some, Revs magazine, it's also a magazine in Winnipeg, so I just manage their social media brands now.
That's great. Yeah. Did you have experience in social media before?
So I used to help my mom. So my mom, she's an entrepreneur. Well, one of the main things she does, I used to help her post on Instagram and Facebook. That's the little background I have, nothing too much.
So what's the plan? Because you are going to university?
Yes.
And it's totally different what you're studying.
Yeah, it is totally different. I've thought about that a lot. So right now I'm in pre-med, so I want to go to med school eventually. And so when I'm done with my first degree, which is my pre-med degree, my plan is to write the MCAT and apply to med school. But in the meantime, I want to have something that keeps me busy because I don't get into med school immediately. And then it's having social media as a side hustle. It's really nice. And it makes me happy too.
That's good. That's your hobby.
Yes, it's my hobby. That's what it is.
And now that we are talking about school, I would like you to share with us your experience as international student.
There's been ups and downs. There's been the fun parts. So meeting new people, being in a new culture, being in a new place, because it's new to me. So it's fun, it's exhilarating. But it can also be lonely at times just because I'm alone here. It's not my country, so I'm not used to it. But as an international student, I can say it's a mix of different cultures. So I've met people from all over the world just being an international student, especially in Canada, because different people are here. I have friends from almost every culture, and that's one of the most beautiful things about it.
Wow, yeah. I remember when I came to Canada the first year, I was surrounded mostly of Spanish-speaking people because that's my language. my native language. But then my friends, we got new friends, and it became very multicultural.
Yeah, I think it's bound to happen in Canada because like you always meet people from different backgrounds and like meet. Because at first I also had Nigerian friends a lot because like yeah, I'm Nigerian. I just met them very easily, but then eventually I started having like South Asian friends, and then a couple Spanish-speaking friends from other African countries, from all around. It's really nice.
Yeah. What do you think it's something that international students should take into consideration when they migrate?
So I think you should definitely take into consideration another thing is cost of living, because a lot of international students, because international student tuition is very high, and then a lot of international students just migrate without knowing what they're going into, because like it's expensive to live in certain places. As an international student, it wouldn't be the smartest thing to move to an expensive city straight up, or a city that like the rent is expensive or tuition is expensive. So for like take into consideration the cost of living for sure. And then I want to say the university you're going to, know everything about the university, do extensive research. There's always resources that can help you out. It's not always good coming into another country blind, kinda. Just like, oh, you don't know what could help you, you don't know what you could do to help yourself and things like that. So do research, a lot of research.
Yeah. I remember something I struggled at the beginning was food.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, because
Exactly.
we usually have specific food that we have every day. And just a little example is the rice. In my country, you go and get rice and that's it.
Yeah, it's
but
rice.
we tried about 6 to 8 to 10 different kinds of rice.
Oh my God,
and
me too.
None of them worked.
Exactly, it never works. Okay, so where I'm from to Nigeria, we have different types of rice. It's like jollof rice. There's so many different types of rice. And it's just all rice. And then I'm used to rice, so I looked for rice here. Like I went to Walmart, Superstore. I couldn't find any rice that really sat right with me. So food is very important actually. Like find things that you could substitute your meal for.
Yeah, but then with the time you find substitutes and you find
You survive.
I find mostly all of the ingredients to cook.
Oh, where?
Yeah, and here, different places.
Yeah, I think I've still not like gotten the hang of that. But then for like African people, there's African stores here, and then that's really helped me because they sell like things from back home exactly as it is. So it's like, oh my God, yes, I can have this, and then yeah. So,
have you experienced other cultures like the food, the music?
For sure.
Parties.
The parties, yeah. So I became a really big fan of Indian food when I got here.
Oh.
So I never really had any food other than Nigerian food before. When I got here, like, because I couldn't really find Nigerian food, I was first like try different cultures. And then I fell in love with Indian food. I'm like, that's actually I have it almost every day now. So definitely go another culture. Parties, for sure. I've been to parties with multiple people, like people who know how to party. So it's like different cultures. Just the lifestyle in general. You're kind of forced to get in some of the lifestyle from other cultures. So it's fun.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have another question.
Yeah.
When you came to Canada, was it as you dreamed or as you thought it was?
No. Well, no, actually, because I didn't expect, because, okay, I had been to Canada a couple times before I moved here, so I already knew what to expect in a way, so I knew how it would look like, because, like, I used to visit, like, for summer before I moved here, and then, but the lifestyle, the living, the ups and downs of it, I expected it to be rainbows and sunshine, but then coming here, I realized, oh my God, it's like a regular place that you just have to survive and then do everything you can do to survive. It surprised me, but not in a terrible way. I think I've gotten used to it, and then it's it's a very conducive place to live, kind of like, but it's just, you just have to learn how to survive.
Yeah. I think most of us have the same.
Yeah. We're expecting the best thing ever. Because it's like, we hear a lot of things, especially back in Nigeria, where, oh my God, Canada this, Canada that. It sounds like heaven. And then you come here and you're like, oh, not really.
Well,
kind of. But also,
it's not that bad.
Yeah,
but it's not that bad, but it's not heaven as we thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is the question that I usually ask people, and I have like wonderful answers, such as, I thought it was heaven. I thought Canada. I thought everybody was the same skin color. I didn't know it was so multicultural.
That also surprised me because like I got to my first day at school, I saw so many different cultures, so many different people from different backgrounds, and I was so surprised. I was like, where am I? Like the amount of Nigerians or Black people I saw too was very surprising because I was like, people, no, what? I was so surprised, but yeah, it's not what we always think it is, but it's not also terrible.
You know, something else that I hear from people, I thought I spoke English. I thought. But now I understand I didn't know that much English because I don't understand people.
Right. That's very, I don't understand some people. And then another thing that kind of shook me was I thought I also spoke English because I speak English back in Nigeria. But then coming here, I realized not a lot of people understand me.
Oh.
That. So it's like very, like I would speak and then you just hear people, sorry, huh? And I'm like, oh, really? So I don't know how to speak English. But then I just realized that it's just the cultural differences. Like over time, we'll get used to listening to other people and like understanding everybody's like tone, how everybody speaks. It's been a while since I've been here, so I can say I can understand like a good amount of people. So from any culture, just because I've been around a lot of people, I can understand anything. Just
yeah, I usually tell the people at the beginning you struggle to understand others, and also to speak. Sometimes you don't find the words.
Because like you're trying, and then you're only thinking about your native language, and you're like, oh my God, what's it in English?
Yes. But with the time, because I remember at the beginning when I came, I didn't understand. Some people were harder to understand than others.
Yeah.
But right now, I understand everybody. But it's something that we get used to.
Yeah, you learn over time.
Yeah.
It's a learning process.
What made you decide, okay, Canada is the country I want to go and study? There are so many countries. Yes. Why did you choose Canada?
I get asked this question a lot because I think everybody's kind of curious to why we're all in Canada and why everybody chose Canada. But then for me, I came to Canada for my education, right? And then I did enough research to see what country holds the most opportunities for me when it comes to my education, my line of study, like, so that's like medicine. And I was like, I think I would get more opportunities even during and after my studies in Canada than any other country. And then it's also like, I was just kind of for stability because I think as much as surprising as Canada can be, it's a very stable country, like to some extent. So it's like, I can see myself living here for a while. I can see myself being here. It also has a lot of opportunities when it comes to other things outside my field of study, like even social media. Like if I didn't come to Canada, I feel like my social media, well, maybe other countries too, but like I feel like Canada is like put a very huge impact on like social media and me content creating because there's just so many people doing it here. So it's like you want to do it too because it's exciting. Yeah.
Okay, now I know why you chose Canada, but there are different provinces. Why Manitoba?
I mentioned the cost of living earlier, so I kind of weighed cost of living.
So did you do any research?
Oh, I did a lot of research. I made sure to search on it, look at the cost of living in every province, and then I chose Manitoba because it has an affordable cost of living compared to like Toronto or like Vancouver. It's more affordable, and I also have a lot of family here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Makes
cousins.
sense. Makes sense.
Yes.
Do you have any significant memories that you would like to share with us?
Okay. My first ever winter here. I think winter is something that's not talked about enough because back in Nigeria, it's not, we don't have winter. We don't have winter. It's like hot 24/7. So it's like coming here and experiencing the cold weather and the snow for the first time was also really exciting. But I remember the first day it snowed here, like since I've been here. And then I went out and then it was just so snowy and I made snowmans and then it was really fun. I was so excited because it's like something new, was something I've never really experienced before. But then I was going back home and I fell down because it was like so slippery because it was icy. So yeah, that was a really fun memory for me. It was something new. So like I really enjoyed the aesthetic of it all because it was pretty. It was just very cold. It was like very extremely cold. Yeah.
What is something that you miss from your country?
That's a good question. I would say the food.
The food?
The food. Because, yeah, the food. Food to me, like Nigerian food to me is home. So it's like, I just miss how, because there's certain things I can get the ingredients to cook certain things here. And there's certain things that are just too authentic to the country and then the land that I can't really find them here. So I miss those things like the cultural foods, like the good stuff. So yeah, I miss the food.
Do you cook?
I cook a lot. I think I couldn't survive if I didn't cook because I was able to, because I couldn't, like ordering food or buying, like eating out isn't really economical for international students because like of the expenses and things like that. So yeah, I cook. I make sure to cook my cultural food once in a while so I don't miss home too much. And then yeah.
Okay, you cook.
I cook.
The first time you tried to cook something, how was the flavor?
It was so off.
I want to know if you felt the same as I did.
Like, okay, the first time I tried to cook something from home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love spice. Like I love like spicy things. Like it has to be very spicy. And then I tried every single pepper, spice. Here it wasn't spicy. Like I tried it and then I was like, I had like something I was cooking one of my cultural foods and I used hot sauce and I was like, it's not even hot. Like the sauce is was spicy. Like I didn't have the exact flavors as I did back home. But I think over time I was able to get more substitutes, figure out some more things, little by little. Like
I will tell you the secret.
Yeah, what's the secret?
It's that you're getting used to it.
No.
It's like you're getting used to it. I remember I used to put salt on the chicken.
Oh my god, there's nothing I can put.
But the cilantro does not taste the same. The onion does not taste the same. The water is like hard. Yeah, and those are the challenges that we face as a newcomer, and we will be talking about newcomer challenges in another program. But those are the things. This is our journey, and we have so many positive things in Canada, and we love it. But we struggle a little bit with a few things. So when we are struggling with something, I think we should think about the positive things because the newcomer life sometimes can be challenging.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now I feel the chicken is delicious. But
exactly.
At
I think we got used to it. Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
that's.
Oh my god. So another thing is that I'm scared that if I go back home or like.
Have you been there
back
after
home?
you came? Did you visit?
I was
So something I experienced last year or this year, I went back to Dominican Republic, and when I tried the rice, I said, "Oh my goodness, this just white rice, like with nothing, just salt."
Oh my god.
They cooked it just with salt, and it has this flavor. And I said, "Oh my goodness, but it's so delicious." And my kids were, "The rice is so good. Our rice does not taste." And I realized that we just get used to the flavor of the food in here, but it does not taste the same.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I came to a conclusion. It doesn't taste the same, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
It is cold, but you get used to it.
Yeah. You get used to it.
Yeah.
I think as an immigrant, you just get used to everything. And I think just life in general is just getting used to things and new things, moving on. Because as much as Nigeria is my home, like at this point, Canada is starting to become my home in a way, just because I've gotten used to it so many times and in so many ways. I've made friends here, made chosen family here. So it's like, yeah, I just get used to it eventually.
Yeah. You know something else? I remember my birthday is on September.
Me too.
Oh, good. So because we came August, and on September, we tried to celebrate my birthday outside. And everybody was shaking, very cold. And we couldn't stay long time outside. But last year, we did outside, and we were like
Just
summer
yes,
clothes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because like right now I'm wearing a skirt. This time last year, this time last year actually I couldn't wear a skirt around in October. Whereas no, I wouldn't because it was so cold. And then looking back, I was like, it wasn't even colder. It's just like I got used to it because it's 6 degrees out today. When I first came, 6 degrees, I used to wear the heaviest winter jacket, wear gloves, wear a scarf,
Yes.
I would make sure to be so covered up because I was shivering. I didn't want to go to school. But like now it's still, to me, it's still like, oh, it's just fall. It's not like it's fall, it's no winter yet. And then it's like, you get used to it.
Yes. And this is something I usually tell my friends, especially newcomers. Don't worry, you will get used to it. You will get used to it because our body is created to be adaptable.
Yes,
I know
exactly.
you will be cold, but you won't feel the same.
Yeah. It's like, it's cold, but it's like, it just doesn't feel the same way it did like when I first came and then it was cold. I was actually freezing. Yeah.
I have another question for you.
Sure.
Would you go back to your country to stay? That was a hard question.
That is a hard question. Would I go back to my country to stay?
You're thinking too much.
Yes. I don't think I would. Okay, wait. I might, but like not right now. I think I would like to be established enough first, because I really want to pursue my career here. Because I think it would do really well for me. Like I would do better pursuing my career in Canada than in Nigeria, just because I feel like I have a bit more opportunities here. So I would really want to do like the first couple years of like my career here, and then I could move. Because another thing I've really learned is like there's no place like home. Like home is always just very close to it's home. It's close to your heart. It's home. So I could see myself moving like later in the future when I'm like done with school, worked for a bit. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can see myself moving.
Yeah. Now, you have friends from different countries.
Yes, I do.
Are people whose cultures are similar to yours that you feel, oh, these people, they look like Nigerians, the food or the personality, I might say. Some people are very shy, other people are more outgoing or, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So this is one thing that like that was so surprising to me when I first came. So I met like someone from Singapore, and then their accents is the exact same as Nigerians. I was so shocked. It was like she said hello, and I was like, what? Did you ever live in Nigeria? I started questioning her, and then she's like, oh no. And I was like, wow. So that's something, like, just the similarities of cultures so far apart, like, nobody would have ever guessed, but we have the same exact accent, like the exact same. And then, just like food-wise, actually, I think I've been able to. The reason why I love Indian food so much is because the spices are similar. So before I found an African store here, like ever, there was this like Indian grocery mart like close to my school that I used to go to every, because I could get like, even if it wasn't the exact same, I could still have the feel of, yeah, this is spicy, this is good. Like, I'm enjoying this. And then even though I'm from like Africa, I never really explored other African countries, so I didn't really know much about other African countries. But like here, I think I have a friend from like almost all the African countries now. So it's like I learned a lot about their culture, and I'm like, oh my god, we're the exact same. Like, wow, wow. And then it's like so surprising. Like, even right now in my kitchen, I use so many different spices from different places. So I have like Ghanaian spices, Indian spices. I have like spices from just all over. I have like Mexican spices. Oh, I have Mexican spices. I have just like even some Canadian spices. Just some Canadian spices. And then from all over Africa to all over Asia. Just I've not really found an exact culture that's like the exact same thing as like Nigerian culture, because like every culture is different and diverse in their own way. But then there's just little parts of every culture that are like, oh, this looks like mine, or this feels like mine. Okay, the food from this people, the accents from this people, the party lifestyle from certain people too. Yeah.
For example, my country is not that much multicultural, so I didn't have the opportunity to try different kinds of food, because even some specific food that they have, I might say Japanese food, sushi. They had sushi, but it was a kind of customized with Dominican flavors. So I didn't have the opportunity to experience like food from different countries or sharing with people from other countries. But in here, that was a shock because I thought I was not a picky eating person. But since I am not used to some flavors, it was kind of hard. For example, spicy food, we don't have spicy food at all. And I remember even pepper was spicy for me. And I was like, I eat anything except spicy food. And now I'm trying a little bit, and I don't feel that spicy because I'm getting used to it. And that's beautiful. I think that living in a multicultural country makes us more rich in knowledge and in experience. And we understand also other people who do not behave sometimes as us because they're coming from different cultural backgrounds. For example, something that I also experienced was eye contact when you're talking. In some cultures, people struggle because that's not considered polite in some cultures. So I'm talking to you, but you're not looking at me. You're not polite. No. That I am a polite person, but in my culture, we don't do that.
Sure. Not even about like from different cultures, just from like the Canadian culture itself or Canadian people. It's the amount of like, I became such a nice person. Okay, I was always nice, but then whenever I used to ask like, oh, have a great day, or like I see a random person and I'm like, have a great day, or how's your day going? And like my culture, whenever I used to ever like kind of mind like just going on their own, minding your business, it's considered rude if you're like randomly talking to someone on the street. But here I've learned to just like be more like calm and talking to people randomly, spoken to a lot of strangers, and then it's just like you never really know. And then so they have a great day thing. I'm always asking everybody to have a great day, and then I never used to do that before I came here, but since I came here, it's like have a great day. And then the use of sorry too, because like
Oh, sorry.
I started using sorry too, because like I think just the Canadian like energy has just been into me. So it's like now I'm in Canada, I have to say sorry. I have to tell you to have a great day. I have to ask you how you're going and things like that. So yeah, even the just basic Canadian culture has really impacted me too. And then amongst cultures from like other people in other countries too. So it's just like, I think I'm way more smarter than I was before I left Nigeria, just because I've been exposed to different things. Even though I haven't traveled to all these countries, I've met people from all these countries. So it kind of feels like I have. So it's like I've learned cultures from everywhere.
And you see life in a different way.
Exactly.
With like different eyes.
With different eyes, actually. Because like, yeah, I just see different things. I can see from different perspectives now. It's like, I understand why you're doing that because we're not from the same place. It's like, yeah, I can see from your perspective. Something I probably couldn't do before I came here, before I was exposed to this many cultures.
Something that happened to me like a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend, she was facing a challenging situation.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband came to pick her up at work. And I went and hugged him. And then he was like, I totally forgot that in that culture, men don't have any physical contact with women. And I was like, I didn't know where to hide myself. And next day I told my friend, I'm so sorry. Because in my country, physical contact is, we hug each other. Yeah, we hug and we kiss, no matter if you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
So I think this is something in our journey that we need to consider, because we need to make some changes in our relationship with people, because some things are not considered correct in some cultures.
Yeah.
And
others are, yeah.
Yeah, so that was very funny. I will never forget that.
I think, just the fact that we all have different cultures has made me so aware. So anytime I'm like something, I'm like, oh my God, where's this person from? What do they do? Where they're from? Am I allowed to shake this person's hand? Like, I'm always trying to be cautious and be more aware of like my surroundings. So it's a good thing. It's just something we have to be more aware of. Yeah.
Yes. And just be careful. Try not to be rude when you don't like something. For example, the food.
Yeah.
Oh my! I have lots of experiences.
Like, it's terrible. It's like, I mean, I get it. Like, no, like, because Nigerian food is spicy. It's very spicy. And I know spicy food is not for everybody, so I completely understand that. But I've had like experiences where like I was at like a Nigerian restaurant and I saw someone having Nigerian food and like just immediately being like, oh my God, ew, this is nasty. How do people eat this? And I'm like, well, I don't know. People eat it, I guess. And then it's like, yeah.
And how did you feel about that?
I felt like it was kind of disrespectful, even though I understood where they were coming from. Like, I've tried foods from different cultures that like I do not like. Like, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't eat this. But like, I respect the fact that it's your food and you eat this and you enjoy this. But it's like, I'm not a big fan of like sour things, for example, things that have like hint of lemon in it or things like that. So I also don't like fish, so I can't like have sushi and things like that. So I can't have these things, and I respect that. So I wouldn't make a rude comment about it, because I respect everybody's culture and things like that. So that was kind of just eye-opening, that like, also it was a realization that like not everybody would like your culture, but that's fine. It just means like, just respect everybody. You're not supposed to like everybody's culture too, but just respect it.
Yeah, I think we all need to be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
First, we don't make any uncomfortable comment to someone, and also be prepared, because sometimes people won't like our food, our flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need to be aware of that, so we don't take it personal. We don't feel bad about that. We don't feel this person is not polite, but also we don't make that mistake, because I think food connects
people.
And when you are trying something new, that person that is sharing, it's giving you the opportunity to experience something nice from them. So they are not expecting you to say, oh, I don't like it, you know.
Yeah, true. Like,
We need to learn how to deal with that because, of course, maybe we don't like
it. It's just,
or
even if you don't, be polite about it. And this is really nice. I just would never like have this by myself, or just keep it to yourself, or just never have it again, or something. It's just a way of people showing their love. Because I share food when I want to show like be nice to someone. I'm like, oh, like you should try this. It's just me being nice and me being, my gosh, just like, oh yeah, be nice.
I have learned that. Don't take things personal.
Yes.
Now, when someone does not look at me, or that person is saying something that I might feel, why did she say that? Why did he say that? I don't take it personal, because maybe this person didn't mean to do, or this person didn't want me to feel bad or say something wrong or something rude to me. So I'm just not taking things personal.
Yes.
Tammy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
I would like you to visit us later on and tell us how everything is going.
I think it'll be better with that. Yeah, I've spent a good amount of time here, and then it gets better by the day. I get more used to things by the day. I get more comfortable by the day. So yeah.
And the more you learn, the more content you can bring
to
newcomers or people who would like to come to Canada. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Well, thank you very much to our audience. See you next time. And don't forget to follow us on social media here. And see you soon. Bye.